Blue light, I see red light on the camera. Yeah, blue light on my mic. Good. Hello, gang. John again from Rock County Jet Ski, Watcon.com. Welcome to Watercraft Talk. In today's episode, again, I'm taking a cue from you guys. I've had a few inquiries lately wanting us to show how we mount our steering systems. We make steering systems for many different machines. A lot of these are going to be the same. Any of them for Kawasaki 550 and 650 is a bushing system, so that is different. A Yamaha Superjet. Today we're working on a brand new, this is a brand new 2024 Superjet, and I'll give you a little heads up on that. Look for a video, up and coming video on this. We are going to start modifying Superjets. We're teaming up with our local Yamaha dealer, and we are going to start modifying new Superjets and having Superjets for sale. I'm going to just leave it as that, with that as a teaser. Look for an upcoming video on that. So today we're going to put a new steering system, our own steering system on this Superjet. All of the Yamaha Superjets will be the same. Any Kawasaki with an aftermarket handle pole will be the same. The Rick Roy systems are very, very similar and will be the same. So I hope this gives you an idea. When we sell our steering systems, I do give step-by-step instructions with pictures, but we've been asked to see some videos, and here we are. We'll do a video for you, and same thing, this way I can refer you guys back to the video, and hopefully this helps you get your ski put together. So what I've gone ahead and I've already done, you can't see from over there, but that's okay. I've already pre-drilled the handle pole. I use, this is our bearing mount. I set this on the pole, center punch, and I drill one hole. I bolt it down, and then I center punch and drill the rest of the holes. I figured you guys know how to drill, I hope, and you don't need to be watching me on camera drilling holes. The same thing with, I've got everything pre-greased. Everything is ready to go together. I put the handlebars on our steering plate already. This is all greased. I use marine grade, waterproof trailer wheel bearing grease for everything, and I've got everything all greased. So with that, let's put on a steering system. I think we're ready to go. Chris, if you want to walk around and come over here and maybe look at this stuff first. I did forget Loctite. I'm going to go over and get some Loctite off the shelf. I just like to use some blue Loctite. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started. And of course my Loctite's plugged up. Why wouldn't it be? Right? So what I do then is I just dump a little out on the bench. And I just dab each bolt into it just a little bit. Gosh, and that's a brand new Loctite too. Never fails, right? Even though this one has a castle nut on it, but this is steering, and you know, Loctite is your friend. So I'm going to take this over here. So essentially, I'm just installing our 4 bolts here. We mount, this is our bearing mount plate. Again, I've got the holes drilled. That just sits right there. Put your bolts in. You have nuts and washers on the bottom side. They are a locking nut as well. I went over and locked the door. being that we're filming, it's the last thing we want right now is somebody walking in on us. So there's that. Grab my wrenches. Sorry, Chris, I'm moving out of the frame for you. So I just kind of snug these. You don't want to over tighten them just yet. You want that plate to be able to float around and move around. So all these, in fact, as I'm saying that, I over tighten that one a little bit. You want all these bolts to be able to lay down flat. See, the plate does, I drill the holes a little bigger. They're 6mm bolts, and I drill them at 1/4. Just for a little free play. You want everything to sit down nice and even, and flush, and happy. And as I'm just drawing them down, normally I'll do a crisscross pattern, but again, I just want them just not even snug, just starting to, just touching there. And you check to make sure that that is all well and good, and it is. So now, I'm going to start on this one, and you snug them up. I'm going to go across. That one. That one. And that one. Okay. Good. So there is that. I did not grease this plate yet, only because I didn't want to make too much of a mess before I'm bolting all this down. So same thing, grease is your friend. If you have a system like this, depending on where and how you ride, it needs to be disassembled every so often. Depending on how much you ride, every couple of years, 2 or 3 years, take it apart, clean it, re-grease it. If you were in salt water, I would do it every year, or maybe even more, just because. And your system will last much longer and be happy. So with that is greased. We put down, we've got a thrust washer, goes on first. We've got a thrust bearing, goes on next, and then another thrust washer. Goes like that. Then we've got a large O-ring, goes in this outer channel here, like so. You know, it's, oh, that's sitting good. So now we've got everything all smothered in grease. Our plate can go on. Like that. Then goes our bearing, and even though this is a sealed bearing, I just smear some grease on that too, just because I like grease, and it just helps keep water out. And that is a snug fit today, because I'm on video trying to do this. So now what I'm going to do, give it a little tap with a socket, just ever so slightly. There you go. Then we have our bearing cap. There is an O-ring that goes in there. Actually, it can just go right on top like that. And this O-ring sits in there, and the bearing cap goes on to cover that. And last is our nut. Oh, butterfingers, slippery, greasy, and I put Loctite on that already. And then you simply adjust this until you have a nice smooth. You don't want any movement this way, and you want nice smooth turning. And that feels pretty darn good to me. So I'm going to leave it at that. Our cotter pin goes in the hole, and my fingers are, Kurt, if you're watching this one, I know you're laughing. My fat fingers and my greasy fingers. Actually turn that way. Do that. Do that, and your steering system is installed. Now, I wasn't smart enough. I got grease all over everything here. I wasn't smart enough to pull the ball. You got to pull the ball out of the stock plate. I need to do that yet. This is adjustable, different steer ratios. On this particular machine, if you are coming all the way out here, you need to loosen this bracket here and turn it a little bit to give you a better angle here, and the holes are large enough and it will move over and swivel. Again, depending on, I like going right out to the maximum always, especially on anything 2008 and newer Superjet. So there you have it. There's our steering system. We make these, again, we are the only ones making steering systems for the 08 and later Superjet, all the way up into the Gen 4 four-stroke Superjets. We have the correct ratio. This works with the stock handle pole and the stock cable. No reason to change that out. And it just really makes these handle and ride like a dream. Not so much like a John Deere tractor when they are in stock form. So I hope you find that informative. I hope you like it. If you do, please like, tag, share, and follow. Tell all your friends. We sure appreciate you guys reaching out. Thank you for the questions. Keep the ideas coming. Hit the subscribe to the channel. It sure helps our channel grow. And as I always say, it's nuts out there. I hope you guys be nice to each other. Please be kind. And the next time, we'll see you out on the water.